When the last hurricane came through here and turned into a tropical storm and hit Central America, which is made landfall between Honduras and Nicaragua, primarily Nicaragua, this whole area here was flooded out. Okay, this is the second tropical storm that's currently made landfall again in Central America 3 or 4 days ago, and this is where we are slowly starting to fill up. Just doing a recap, giving you an idea of what's going on between the two. I have the morning orchestra going off right there. And it's been 3 days. Not necessarily entire raining all day long, but for 3 days like the previous one. But it's been raining. Like last night it rained for most of the night, because this wasn't here. And as you can tell and see, I'm walking in. This is where we're at right now. So it's just shy of almost being 2 feet right there. These boots are a little bit longer than the last one that I used. So the river right now is pretty much, I would say about 12 feet, give or take 10 feet deeper than its normal level. There you go. There you have it. The river edge, the normal river bank is somewhere around there. So we're looking at almost 15 feet to the new edge right here, in which I am almost 2.5 feet from the edge. This is a little stream coming down side the road, which is past the Fall Road. It's coming down from top of the hill. This is the reason why you should focus when you're cleaning your property. You should focus on keeping carbon and trying to do carbon. This is why slash and burn is not effective. It's a temporary solution. But when you see water, so basically I'm standing in 2 inches of water. Certain areas it's deeper than that, but when you see water is flowing all the way down to the bottom from the hill, it's because it's not retaining the soil. The land can't retain the moisture, so it flows off. I was trying to be quiet and not scare them off, but I still did. I have never experienced that before. But slurry, that's like a good 3 feet of slurry right there. So I can't imagine in those other places and areas where they're being affected and directly being affected by the storms. So that's just to give you an idea of slurry and how dangerous it is. And it's just 3 to 4 feet, and you can feel yourself squishing around. So there's a natural stream on the road, you know, with all the excess runoff from off the higher lands, the places that are a little bit higher. And don't get me wrong, I know we can't totally stop all and consume all the water that's running off, but if you do smart agriculture, smart farming, smart subdivision, then you minimize and you lower the cost, because if you have enough carbon on the property, it retains moisture. And yeah, you can't stop all of it. See, there's a natural little creek that just formed right next to the road and the river. But the more we focus on how to be more eco-friendly, then we can minimize all these things that are happening. We should be able to be learning from it. I do believe that we are the smartest creatures on the planet, but we sure don't act like it. Well, this is a little nesting area. This is a little swim area all the way around here, but it's not for this current time. It's flooded out. And it's maybe 10-12 feet underwater too. That's 3 inches of water. That's 3 inches of water on the road. Flowing water too. Normally you can't see the river from here walking off this section of the road. That's the river right there that you just got a glimpse from down there. And that's from off the road. There used to be rapids over here, and they're like not even there anymore. The river is starting to claim the road. It has begun. The river is starting to claim the road again. That's currently what, 6 inches? I can't even see my shoe. This is just about 2,000 feet from up where the river have claimed the road. And it's starting to encroach on the river bank. Wow. It's powerful. I rafted through here about 8 weeks back or less, and the river edge is out there. This is the new river edge. And it's safe to say this happened within the last 24 hours. That's where the rapids are right there. It looks like just a little baby rapid now, but it was fun a few weeks back. So far, for the most, all the spots and places that was underwater a short time back, roughly a week, and they're somewhat okay. So, just a little heads up there. Ooh, it looks like they have a little creek that comes from up in a little mountain right here within the village. All that in the village, there's a culvert. And check that out. You can learn a lot by just being in nature. She's extremely intelligent. Wow, that's all from the village. Okay, there's just something simple that you can do to test and know if your property have enough carbon. Okay, if there's a little divot somewhere in the property, like a little bowl or something on the land, and it rains and rains, and you find that there's standing water or still water on your property, that's an indication that there's not enough carbon. Perfect example right here. That area right there, that lone line, that's intense, that's a lot. So it's not the greatest example, but that's standing water. And if you don't have enough carbon, that's what happens when the soil don't have enough carbon. Can't retain and hold the moisture. So you only have 3 inches of topsoil for planting. So the more you can add to that, which is carbon based materials, which is also biodegradable. There, perfect example again. Biodegradable materials, it absorbs the moisture. It will store that moisture for quite a while. I've done a video in the past where I've shown that up to midday, just after midday, 1 p.m., the land, after I worked on it, still was able to hold and retain moisture. Right now might be 1 or 2 spots where there's gonna be still water on it, but for the most it's dry. This is Willow Tree Bridge. So that whole section there has risen up again. It's doing all right this time, this go around. All right, this time go around.